gully, she discovered her father's gauntlets, setting in motion the events that would make her a target of great importance. Garrison, a swordsman, once brother-in-arms to Aramis, now sworn to protect his only living kin. His mysterious companion, Calibretto, a war golem of immense power. On a personal quest to learn more about mana, which fuels the world's magic and technology, has led the group towards a mysterious landmass known as the Crescent Isle. There, vast reserves of mana were once rumored to exist. As they approach the island, they quickly discover why so little is known about the area.
Hello, all you alt+SHIFT+Nerds out there. Gozen's Love is back, playing Battle Chasers NIGHTWAR, Part 2. Last we left off, we made it into this little small village. Actually, I think it's more like considered a hamlet of named Harm's Way. So basically, we're in Harm's Way, or getting into Harm's Way. So yeah, we're continuing to play Battle Chasers. This is my first playthrough. So for those of you who don't know, I kind of edited the intro there to introduce you to the characters a little bit, somewhat. This is based on a comic book. But yeah, let's dive into it. So right now, I'm kind of just looking to see where I want to go next and what I might want to do. See what kind of battles I might want to get into to kind of do some farming, some grinding. See what I can get loot-wise. There's some recipes and things like that these battles give you like ingredients for. But yeah, I was started really digging this game. It has really great, like a cartoony aesthetic. It has its own flavor of style, which is really based on Joe Madureira's his art style that made him really popular in comic book industry. Especially once he grew favorable enough to with his art style to get his own comic book. And so this is what he came up with, which was called Battle Chasers, and it's based on his D&D sessions with friends and stuff, because he's really into D&D and that sort of thing. So he came up with these characters and this story. Now the particular story of this game takes place, I'm not sure where in the timeline with the comic books, and we'll talk more about the comic books in another video or so, because I have some things to say on it. But yeah, so we're jumping back in. We're battling some slimes and bats and whatever else we may encounter. Again, this is my first playthrough, so I'm kind of discovering it as we go along, as you watch with us. And feel free in the comments. Let us know what you think about the comic book, Joe Madureira, or this game if you've played it before. Just try not to spoil too much right now, because I'm mainly playing this for the story parts. Because I'm really interested to see the world building and how this really adds to what was established in the comic books for the characters and this world and that sort of thing. So yeah, here we are. We're just kind of messing around at the moment, exploring while I talk. Wonder what these extra skulls are on this particular icon. Oh, there's two skulls over on the. That wasn't there in the other. Oh, maybe it's like in Borderlands where in the Underdome, Moxie's Underdome, where you have waves and stuff, multiple battles. Even in RPG Maker, you can set it up to where, once you defeat the enemies that are obvious and right in front of you, there can be hidden or another set of enemies come into play. And that sort of thing. So maybe that's what's happening here. Plus, I just picked up the character Garrison at the end of part 1, so I still really don't 100% know all of his moves or what he can do or what his cool battle animations are.
Yeah, you don't know. Ha ha ha.
And that sort of thing. But right now, since I'm fresh and new, I'm trying to conserve my mana for the more major moves or medium moves. And so I'm trying to stick to just the basics to get through these, since it seems pretty easy to do that right now. Throughout this game, because I've heard there's different modes at some point. I don't know at what points. Yep, wave complete. Okay, so yeah, there's additional bands of monsters that kind of pop in here. Okay, yeah, we'll try this other one. We'll try something else, something different. Just 1 second, guys. Especially since I'm still not familiar with Garrison here. This is the character I was talking about, for those of you who are unfamiliar. Okay, so basically with the abilities, it waits, whereas the initial attacks that you have appear to be more instant. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. I also like how they have little word balloons and stuff during the battle like that. It's a nice little touch. You know, it's not necessary, but it's a nice little touch. It adds more to the immersion in the game and that sort of thing. So what was I saying? Yeah, I kind of forgot what I was talking about there. So yeah. Modes. I was talking about modes. Just one little. So anyway, yeah, I was talking about modes. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, at some point in the game, I found out when I was first finding out about this game that there's different modes. I'm gonna do the easy starting out or the standard. Maybe I don't know if there's something like an average or a medium, but I'm gonna go with whatever that is in this game, starting out, just so I can learn the story and get more familiar with those sorts of things. Because again, that's the main reason I'm playing this. So yeah, I mean, I will talk about comic book facts, and as I learn stuff as I go, you know, I'll try to give tips and things like that for those of you who haven't played it or who are looking to play it, or maybe those of you who are playing along, you know, listening to this while also playing. So yeah, so that's the thing, and I may try some of the harder modes as we go, depending on where they are and if it's like set throughout the game or just in certain areas or something. I barely remember what I read about when I first heard about this game. I didn't want to spoil too much for myself, so I was really, you know, I mean, normally I'm okay with spoilers, honestly, but in this situation, I wanted to discover it for myself, kind of like when I was reading the comic for the first time, you know, and learning about everything in this world. So yeah, getting and I thought that we would start out with at least, you know, Gully and Calibretto, which we kind of did, but we started with Gully first. Then you had to meet up with Calibretto in part 1, for those of you who didn't watch, and then we met up with Garrison toward the end of part 1, like I said earlier. And so I'm wondering where Nolan and Redmonika, where they come into play in the game. But again, I'm not like, even though it's a question in my mind right now, like where they show up. I'm really curious. But I'm not like trying to spoil it for myself or jump ahead too much. I'm just excited, guys. I'm pretty excited to be playing this game, and finally, after all these years of wanting to, but having live stuff come up, or just, you know, didn't have the couldn't afford it for the computer that we take to do this and that sort of thing. So yeah. So I finally have a little bit of time right now. I'm trying to play this in my spare time. I've still got some things going on, you know, because I have a full-time job and a couple other obligations, while also trying to make videos for YouTube and stuff. But you know, the little bit of time that I have, I try to do this, get this going, play games, do those explainer videos for you guys. And for those of you who might not know, who might be coming into this video without knowing about the channel, this is Alt+SHIFT+Nerd. And we do, it's a variety channel. We do stuff on comic books, TV and streaming, movies. Here we do some games. We have several people that contribute from time to time, even though I'm the main. Alright, so what is this? What? Oh, okay. I guess it'll be like that beginning starter area, maybe. Okay, awesome. It's a different kind of map. Okay. Alright, I'll get back to what I was saying in 1 second. Okay, yeah, I remember. I'm trying to remember how to switch characters, which I did. That's cool. Ah. Yeah, what are they trying to keep out? Or in? Either way, I doubt we're getting... Okay. Alright, so maybe this is something for later, but that I kind of wandered into. But I love exploring these little areas, you know, and I'm curious to see how much exploration, like how much they reward you for exploration in this game, because some games don't. But this game is just so gorgeous, man. It's just so pretty. Wow. Okay, I guess there's not really anything there. What is he doing when he does this? Because there's some things you can do on this particular kind of map that you can't do on the world map or in the battles. It's like extra abilities or features that you can exploit for these types of maps per character. Each one has their own thing. So far I found out I think calibretto heals. Gully does some kind of smashing, so I don't know if that's to smash objects for extra items or maybe like barriers or something. And Garrison does his shadow kind of thing. I'll have to look at that in a minute or something, but I'm too curious. I'm just way too curious. I'm exploring around, all curious like the Cheshire. There's a well. That's so cool. Okay, this is, what do I do here? Maybe I'll come back and do that another time. I'm still too early in the game. I don't want to just toss all the gold I've been, like, building up in these battles and stuff, and fighting these barrels. And it's a chest and things. It intrigues me what's going on with that well, though. Okay, I don't know. Nah, maybe later. Maybe later. Alright, so this is the gate, I guess they're talking about. It's really big. They haven't seen some of the gates in Skyrim. They think that's a big gate. Okay. Yeah, I think I've explored everything that there is. Okay. I think I've gotten everything, explored everything that's available here now. This looks like something for later. So, and again, try not to spoil things for me, people in the comments, because I will be reading these, or reading those. But anyway, yeah, back to what I was saying. We have several people that contribute from time to time, even though I'm the main person behind the channel. You know, I'm trying to build it from the ground up pretty much. So, you know, any support you guys can offer, you know, with views, with likes, with subscribing, that sort of thing is greatly appreciated. And I know that's the typical YouTube thing, but that's how YouTube works apparently. Hold on.
Yeah, you guys subscribe to Alt+SHIFT+Nerd and like this video, yo!
Speaking of other people on the channel, but yeah, it'd be greatly appreciated. And I keep coming back to this well, man. I'm going to do something. Okay. God, jeez. For some people, there's never enough. What you give, they just want more. I don't think I can give anymore. I don't think I have enough. Yeah, I don't have enough to give. So I'm gonna leave for now. I'll come back to this. All right, we're on our way. We're gonna move on. Some of the battles, just so you guys know, this is not gonna be a full playthrough, as stated in the titles and things, the descriptions. Some of the battles, when they're battles that I think that you've already seen in these videos, I'm just gonna edit past them, or maybe edit just a little bit, like a fast forward kind of a thing. But I'll keep these as short as possible while also exploring and sharing my passion and excitement for Battle Chasers with all of you Alt+SHIFT nerds out there. Like this, for example. It's like I just looked at that bat and he just keeled over dead. Victory! Oh, hey, I leveled up. Woo! Yeah, I learned some new moves, it looks like. Woo! Or something like that. I unlocked something. I think that's moves. Okay, so what is this? Strange campsite. Okay. Maybe I'll come back. Maybe I need to grind a little bit more. I don't know what's in here. So these battles have been pretty easy. I'm going to just check out, I'm going to skip and just check out Garrison's new Rage Wave move. Oh man, that is so cool. It's supposed to hit every enemy from what it says, but I already killed one in the edit. But anyway, that's awesome. And I might, stop battles just for things like that to show you. Okay, another barrier. So something for later again. But I might stop, to show you guys moves and things like that. In the middle of the battles that you've seen a million times. And yeah, I'm going to check out this camp and see what's going on here. Man, that is The artwork in this is just so cool. Loving it. Maybe there's an art book. I need to see if there's an art book for this. Uh-oh, someone is here. What could be happening? Oh, there he is, I think. It's a campfire. Woo! Treasure chest, baby. Treasure, treasure, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, cool. I got some interesting gear, more than the usual, like, ingredients and stuff. So that's cool. I really need to get familiar with this book at some point and what's going on. I'm just so eager in the story and, like, what's happening and the cool animations and battle and all that stuff. I wonder if he uses other swords in this, because that's like his main sword in the comic, and it has like all this like cool power and stuff. I won't say too much about the sword right now for spoilers in case you guys haven't read Battle Chasers, or if you have but you haven't read the new stuff, the new 3 issues that came out. Which I definitely, again, I have videos on those on the way. I'm gonna skip past this real quick. We'll come back to things about this later or in another video. I'm just gonna kind of skip ahead. I'm basically just looking at the inventory and seeing if what I've acquired is better, and just kind of doing things along those lines right now. So I'll skip some of these when I do this. I might skip some of this in the edits. That way, again, to save time, so you're not having to sit through every little move that I make in this game and that sort of thing. But yeah, let's. I don't know if maybe having a. Yeah, I need to heal. I don't know if having maybe a different character or something would affect what's going to happen here, but I don't know. Let's find out. Ooh, smells fresh. Uh-oh, ambush! Yeah, he kind of came out of nowhere. Oh, he's kind of... Is he a ghost? Is he invisible? Maybe it's... I don't know. Yeah, these are some new characters, so I'm not going to edit this part, because since this is new for those who are watching, you know, to watch and see all the cool stuff in the game. Yeah. Again, like I said in the last part, I'm not really huge on strategy games and things like that, or games that involve strategy, but I try to do my best in this one, because it looks like each character really complements each other in a certain way. And plus, there's new abilities I haven't seen for these characters from the last level up. Ouch! Yeah, I had to hurt. Okay, so Wildfire attacks people who were in whatever state that Bandit was in. That guy. Oh, dang. Ew.
Aw, what is that cute little thing?
Yeah, cute like a spike to the face.
You're a spike to the face.
Hey, I'm in the middle of a battle here. You know, it required all of my brain hole concentration for this, you know?
Sorry to interrupt your face's eternal battle with mirrors. Oh, was that a sick burn?
Alright, guys, you see what I'm working with here. Anyway, back to the game. Yeah, these characters are pretty cool. See, these new moves are pretty cool. And the bandits and this little tank thingy. You know, and you know, there's mechs, and they hinted in the comic books about, you know, because Calibretto's a war golem, and they were actually banned and exiled. They're supposed to be dismantled upon like sight of any actual working ones. And there's more to that story, but anyway, so it's cool and interesting to see these little mech units like this tank thing here. Yeah, it's just really cool. I just hope that this one little... Okay, cool. Ah, no, see, I knew it. I was like, I was hoping I don't get, like, knocked out here. And then I did. Okay, interesting. Got some new loot. Awesome! Woo! At least all my characters didn't die. Yeah, what does it say? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, let's go back to town. Doesn't it always get complicated? Like, always. And it's funny, too. Every time I see these campfire things, I'm sitting here thinking maybe that's the way to save. And it's not. It's just a campfire. It's for, you know, aesthetics, graphics. It's to set the scene. I mean, it's a camp. But, yeah, I can't help but think that. You know, especially since the saving is more automatic in this game. More than... I haven't found a way to save yet. But, you know, maybe there is a way and I'm just not seeing it. Maybe I'm just too excited to keep playing and I'm just overlooking it. But yeah, I mean, I looked through this book a little bit, and I still didn't see necessarily a way to save. But anyway, yeah. And while I'm here, I think I have some better gear somewhere. I think this is it, maybe? Yeah, I guess so. Oh yeah, way better. Alright, so, yeah. Looks like this was just a little camp. I don't think it was larger than that. I think that was all that there was there. So story-wise, so far, it seems like we have a letter that we just got from this camp. And I think that was the purpose of that. Something about bandits, and we have it's undesirable, like outsiders. I mean, there was a bandit there, a bandit kind of guy. It was about outsiders, and so we had to take it and get it translated, I think, in some way. So that's where I'm headed now, to talk to GrimBeard.
Yep, welcome.
I believe we found the bandit you chased out of town. In his possession was a letter we were unable to fully decipher.
Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, ink looks fresh. Says something about an ancient weapon.
Anything else?
Outsiders arriving at the island. Likely to, complicate things.
Outsiders? Does that mean us?
Well, it's hard to make out entirely. But it speaks of the Iron Outpost. That can be sure.
What's that? And where is it?
Mightiest military fortification south of the snows. Long abandoned. But bandits have been going in and out a lot lately. Skies know why. Gate north of town is locked to keep people from wandering that way. Here's the key. Well, you look likely to survive. But just in case, I've got a fine weapon or two for sale here that may come in handy if the talking turns to fighting. Some others around town have useful wares as well. You might ask around, see what you can find. If they answer your knocks, that is.
Alright, cool. So basically we have some bandits communicating with one another about outsiders and how, which might be us, and that might complicate whatever it is they're up to. So it looks like we're kind of getting involved in more than what was bargained for and coming here looking for mana or whatever.
There's work
the
to
mana
do.
mother load, so to speak. So let's see what wares this guy has. Let's see what new stuff. Let's see if we can upgrade. But I don't really have a whole lot of coinage. I have something, I guess, but I should probably save up more. But hey, I got something.
Yeah, I'm still here.
So that's cool. Yeah, I can sell the old stuff that I just changed out. And didn't really know that I received this, but yeah, and all the ingredients and stuff. So okay, cool. And so apparently, I got one of those keys too. One of those gates that I ran into while I was exploring the world map, the overworld map, I guess. I complete going over my new gear, all the loot that I got from the battles and the chests and the campsite, and what I bought from GrimBeard, and I head to the gate. Actually, I should visit Qual before going to gear up on what he has. Just to make sure I have everything I need, because the enemies might get tougher. I haven't played long enough to be familiar with how the enemies, the challenge of the enemies scale. I don't know if it's scaled, you know, early or that sort of thing. I'm still getting familiar with the game, in other words. But I want to be prepared, because I like to be prepared.
Come in, I suppose.
Psst. What I do know between us is how challenging and scaled it can be with Hellproof Kitty.
I heard that. I have super kitty hearing, yo.
Just whispering tips to the subscribers and fans and people watching this out there. That's all. So yeah, and also you can get these little things if you complete battles sometimes that are on the battle map. Yeah, that's exactly what I've been talking about this whole time. Yeah. So I do a couple of battles here and there on my way to the Iron Outpost. And, oh. Indeed. Yeah, I think I'll just, get the little loot stuff here, and I think I'm just gonna pass this up for now and go straight to the main dungeon, the Iron Outpost. And maybe, I need to grind it a little bit first, though, so, a couple more battles. Also, something about me. In most games like this, I do like to grind early on, more than the developers probably expected. I like over-grind in many cases, so I'm way more prepared for the first or second boss or whatever it is I'm preparing for. Battle after battle, I grind. This actually seemed pretty easy so far. I haven't lost a battle yet, and I've even went up against like 3 opponents at once until I come across some type of stadium or Tulka's arena. Definitely seems like a place of interest, though my current destination is the Iron Outpost.
I thought your destination was an asylum. Could you be crazy?
Between us again, we are actually in an asylum. We're patients there. In her own little world, in her mind hole, we're YouTubers who know each other and are like interacting with you guys and the world and stuff. But you're all in our heads, and we're in yours. Alright, arriving at the Iron Outpost finally. Let's see what it says here. Alright, so this is built atop some kind of ruin, and there's something drawing bandits here. They made like a little outpost from the ruins, in other words. And apparently this is where they do the scaling. Okay, this is probably what I was reading a while back. I think I'm going to go... Well, as of right now, I think we should just leave off right here. I think this video will be, long enough. So, stay tuned as I enter the Iron Outpost and find out more about the story. Oh, well, actually, I should probably do a review real quick. So far, beautiful graphics. I'm really liking the RPG elements and some of the old school RPG elements. It is a little bit like Diablo in the dungeon maps. It reminds me a little bit of that. Not saying that that's where their inspiration was drawn from or anything like that, but it reminds me of several different kinds of games, and I'm really enjoying it so far. The story basically is that we crash landed after looking for some mana because we were attacked by pirate bandits, and so then we ended up having to help the people in harm's way a little bit. With that one guy that they ran out of, that one bandit they ran out of town. So we had to go to his campsite, and we found that bloody letter, had it transcribed, and yeah, so apparently there was talk of outsiders and something happening at the Iron Outpost, so we came here to see, what's there. So, and it's crawling with bandits. So I think I'm about to have some interesting battles, and I think things are about to kick into high gear in the story. I think this will be a major story point. So, back to what I was saying. Stay tuned for part 3 as I enter the Iron Outpost while I continue enjoying and loving this game so far. Even though the battles have been pretty easy. But that might change. Might not. So let us know in the comments, please, what you think of this game or the Battle Chasers comics. You know, or what you think about being in our heads while you're in ours in an insane asylum. You can let us know about that too. So anyway, do all the YouTubey things, please, people. Like, share, and subscribe.
Pretty please, we'll love you forevers for really reals.